Hi everyone, today is World Mental Health Day, October 10th, and I'm celebrating it by, of course, fasting, because I think compulsive eating is the biggest mental health crisis in the world. There's probably a lot more people affected. It's a very celebrated problem, right, because the industry benefits from it, right? It's a very celebrated. That's why you see drugs that are less harmful than food, and there's a lot of discussion about it because it doesn't benefit the industry, right? So I'm celebrating by fasting. I want to say that in the coming months there's going to be a few challenges that I'm going to have to face about fasting. See, I started intermittent fasting really in earnest at the beginning of the year, but really after COVID-19. I did one before COVID-19. I did one for Lent, if I remember correctly, but really after COVID-19. And eventually, hopefully, COVID-19 is going to have to end, right? Whether it will end physically or whether it will end socially, where people just get back to their normal lives. And so that will bring about its own set of challenges, right? And another big one is that the winter is coming, right? And wintertime can be very depressing for me. So I've already started thinking about that, and I'm very fortunate. This year, we finally have UV light bulbs that are LED. I've been waiting for that for a long time because now I can install lots and lots of them, right? They're very pure UV and not visible light. And now I can install a lot of them around my room. And I'm excited to see how that will turn out. The good thing is that we're also spending a lot of time indoors, right? Hopefully this winter I won't be commuting somewhere. At least not unless I want to, right? But another interesting thing is I've started to hate food, right? I was thinking about, see, the reason I hate it, it's a love-hate relationship, right? I might love the meal I'm eating, but I hate the fact that I have to eat, right? So for example, earlier this month, I was really busy with my tutoring, which I do over Zoom now, and now I have students fighting for the same time slot, right? And because I didn't have to schedule lunch, I could actually be a lot more flexible with the times, right? And I love that, right? What else did I get to enjoy? Sometimes I need to focus on something for like 10 hours straight, right? Recently, I've been writing a Chinese card game. I showed you guys the game earlier this week. I already have an AI that's like on par with that. I'm still working on tweaking it, on par with the Microsoft version of that game, and I'm still tweaking it. But if I want to focus for 10-12 hours on that, right, and I don't have to think about meal breaks, sometimes, to give you an idea of how focused I am, sometimes I take a container to urinate in, so I don't even have to leave my computer area. And yeah, I know, I'm not afraid to talk about this. I know some people will think it's crazy, but I'm not afraid to talk about it. But now I can focus on it for 10 hours straight and not have to think about being interrupted by food cravings or needing to eat or anything like that. Okay, and then the first month of COVID-19, when I was fasting like crazy because I had nothing better to do, right? So I have a credit card that I use for food that I pay off in full every month, right? And when I went to pay that credit card bill back in April, I got a very big sticker shock. It was so low. It was like half of what I was used to paying. And I'm thinking about when COVID-19 is all said and done, I want to go back to Poland. It's how many hour flight is it? Usually you have to fly to New York, which is a 5-hour flight, right? Maybe not 5 hours anymore because I'm in the Rockies now. And then from New York to Warsaw, or actually New York to Frankfurt, that's another 8 hours. And then from Frankfurt to Warsaw is another half an hour, 45-minute flight. And then usually there's a good layover in Frankfurt, and it's hard for me to find suitable food on the airplane. I have dietary restrictions. I don't speak German, so it's hard for me to find any suitable food in Frankfurt. But I was just thinking, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I could go on another 24-hour fast. And so I've started to really hate food. Not because of worrying about gaining weight. I mean, when I was in high school, I had a classmate, a girl obviously, who got very ill from not wanting to eat. But it's not because of that. It's because of the money, the convenience, the fact that sometimes it makes me smell. It's that I hate food, right? It's like a social anorexia that I have, right? So I'm gonna have to work on that and find some kind of a balance there too. Anyways, I look forward to the next couple of months of fasting, and there's some new challenges that have come up. Thanks for watching.